Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me okay? Yes. Very good affirmative. Welcome to Wimborne Road. Welcome if you're joining us on the stream. We are streaming live to the nation and delighted to bring you the 2024 Pirates. Well, we've got a lot to get through. Plenty of attendance. Good to see you all here. And I'm being joined by my co-host, Rob Dyer, who normally, of course, is on Pirates TV. You'll be familiar with Rob. Rob, good to have you here by my side.
Thank you, Nigel, and good evening, everybody. Good afternoon. Great to be back, and Speedway is not far away, is it? Great to have a good turnout like we have today. Let's see if we can give you some information and a little bit of update on what's happening to our riders for 2024.
Just before we get underway, a quick notice for you. If you're a season ticket holder, we did intend to make sure that season tickets were available today. Unfortunately, due to a small hiccup, they're not available to collect today. They will be available on Friday, and to accommodate the fact that we're not picking them up today, the season ticket holder turnstile will open half an hour early on Friday at 6 o'clock. So you can pick up your season tickets on arrival on Friday, assuming you're coming. So apologies that they weren't available, no panic, it's just a small hiccup in the logistics, and you'll have them on Friday, I can assure you. All right, so welcome, and you always know what I like to say at this time. It's Happy New Year to you all, Happy 2024. We're ready to go, we've got a full attendance of riders here, and we're going to be speaking to them very shortly. Before we do, I'd like to introduce you to the man that makes it all happen. He's had a very busy winter, of course, getting the team sorted out, getting all the other logistics sorted out. We know how good he is at it. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our promoter, Dan Ford. Hi Dan, well, I said it's a busy winter, I'm sure that you would agree with me.
Yeah, very busy winter, you know, a lot to think about, tough decisions made. That's what points limits changes for you, but happy with it's all come together. Been a stressful few weeks, you know, Wales hasn't been on our side with in regards to getting all set up, but you know, we're chasing our tails for a little while, but we're up to standard now.
Absolutely, and I've got to say that you made changes this year, or the changes that you made happened late. We spoke just before Christmas. We spoke to some of the sponsors there, introducing our new rider, and that was something that came about at the last moment, because a change of plan, unusual for Poole, when Tom Brennan suddenly became available, it changed the dynamics.
Massively, you know, we were looking at probably keeping a couple more riders from last season, but when Tom made it clear that he was available and he was very keen on coming to Poole, I thought that was an opportunity too good to pass up on. So it was a lot to think about, a very hard decision. We had to let a few riders down, which we really didn't like to do, but ultimately, you know, we're a business and we're a sports team, and we want to put out the strongest team possible, and we felt, including Tom in the team, certainly did that.
And I'm sure that the results last year, or the perhaps lack of results that we would have liked, made you even more determined this year. It's made you even hungrier.
It was all going really well until the last month. You know, we finished top of the league, we won the BSN, finished, we qualified for all the finals, and then just fell apart really, didn't it? You know, we just fell out of form, which the past few seasons we've come into form at the right time. So, you know, it was hard. It was really a bitter pill to take, to be honest, and it certainly wasn't something I'm used to, and I saw that as a massive failure, as we all probably did. You know, probably a lot of teams would be quite happy with that season's work, but we were all massively disappointed. But it's really made us more hungry than ever to win those titles back, and I think with the team we got, we're going to give that a good shout.
We'll leave any negatives behind and we'll talk about the positives. And one positive that I've seen in the press is that season tickets sales are up again.
Yeah, it's amazing. You know, I think initially jumping down to the championship, obviously that was the year after COVID, so we saw a dip which we were expecting, and that was a tough year. But year on year, I think we've been up every year. I think we're up just over 10% this year, which was a nice big jump, one we weren't expecting, especially, you know, the way last season ended, and sometimes it can leave a bit of a sour taste in your mouth, and on a bit of an ending on a bit of a downer probably isn't exactly what you want. But I think everyone's really bought into the championship racing, which is fantastic to see. We've got a really exciting team this year, obviously retaining 3 of the best riders from last season, and bringing in some really exciting young talented riders. So I think everyone's really buying into that, and they're now seeing that this second tier of Speedway offers some fantastic racing.
And talking about youth, one of the commitments that British Speedway has made is to put more effort into developing youth in this country. I know Poole will be taking an active part in that. Can you tell us any more about what role we'll be playing?
Yeah, we'll be hosting basically kind of a youth championship round. So it's almost a GP format for National Development League riders. We're just finalising the date for that, but I anticipate it'll probably be in June or July, where we've got a bit of a few weeks off of home fixtures. So yeah, that'll be exciting. We're looking forward to seeing the best young British riders here. I'm hoping Sam and Max will both be able to partake, so we'll still have our Pirates representation in there. But there's some great riders in that league. The Thompsons, obviously, Ashton Bowden and stuff like that. So hopefully, if we can get some of those guys in there, it'll still be a very high standard of racing, and something we can see of the next generation coming through.
Sticking with the positives in Speedway, and we've obviously seen there's been some clubs have unfortunately not come to tapes for 2024 through circumstances beyond their control. But on the good news side, we've seen Oxford and Workington bring good news, and they've developed. Workington now in the championship, Oxford operating 3 sides, which is an immense commitment from Oxford. So there's still plenty of positives about within the sport.
And the Coventry thing, I think that's probably a mega big decision that's gone our way. Obviously we haven't reaped the rewards of it just yet, but I think what's going to come of that, the fallout of that, is going to be really, really good. Obviously losing Wolverhampton and Peterborough last year was really tough, particularly Wolverhampton. They're such a well-respected and well-rounded club. Are probably similar to ourselves, would run at a profit every year, and through no fault of their own, they've been closed down, which is really, really, really hard. That looking at that league and not seeing Wolverhampton's name in any league, in fact, is not a nice thing. But we've got hope that Wolverhampton's back, and fingers crossed we can get Coventry back as well. And I feel like there's actually, there's always a lot of negativity about Speedway, and those naysayers always make the most noise, unfortunately, even though they are just a minority. But I genuinely feel that there's a lot of positivity coming into this season. A lot of that's coming from the top league. They've got some of the best riders in the world back there, but I feel like it's filtering down. Obviously, we've seen an uptake in season ticket sales, and I know a lot of other championship clubs have too. So there's always negatives, obviously the Plymouth losing their number 1 before the start of the season isn't ideal and stuff like that, but I think things are going in the right direction, which is hard to say during these times, but I'm very optimistic about hopefully the future of the sport.
And as far as Wolverhampton are concerned, they're going to have a presence at Poole, because we've just read about the fact that there's some 30 tonnes of Wolverhampton shale from Monmore Green, which has come our way, and it's going to benefit our track. Tell us a bit about what's happened to the track over the winter.
Yeah, well, Terry, our track man, he was also the track man at Wolverhampton, and obviously when it became clear that Wolverhampton weren't going to be riding this year, they had some excess shale which didn't actually come from the Wolverhampton track, so people don't need to panic. There is still that shell ready. Hopefully, if they get a new venue, it was some excess that they had available. We actually got 60 tonne down. I think we've put about 35 tonnish down already. Just built up the levels where we needed to. You can probably see it's a little bit more banked on bends 1 and 2 particularly, which is added a really nice shape to the track. The riders have already seen this morning and said that looks really good, and we've got a serious problem in British Speedway that it's really hard to get a quality material onto the track. We were getting ours from Edinburgh last year, but then it didn't have enough clay in it, so we're having to mix clay in during the season, and it doesn't bind straight away. So this stuff from Wolverhampton is probably 20 different materials all mixed into one, but it's just a lovely material. It's gone on the track. We put it on at the end of last season, and it's just taken straight away. It should just add that little bit more bite, which I think we were missing at the end of last season. It went a little bit powdery at the end. I'm hoping that's the missing ingredient, and we can really make this a quality track.
And in terms of off-track this year and for the previous year, you've been working on the BSPA Management Committee. Fords have always been, made a big contribution to the management of Speedway. Your dad before you, you're doing likewise. And it broadens your outlook, I guess, as well. It makes you a busy man, of course, because you've got to attend all the meetings. But tell us a little bit about that as well, because obviously that is a big commitment, and it's one that you give.
Yeah, obviously, first and foremost, my focus lied on Poole, but that kind of, like, as you said, broadens it. So you've got to focus on what's for the good of British Speedway as a whole, rather than just what's best for your club. There's certain things that would suit Poole that wouldn't suit the majority of the league. We always want a higher points limit and stuff like that. So you've got to take your Poole cap off and put your BSPL cap on. And that's hard to do. Obviously you've always got that. You're always thinking about what's best for your club, and I want Poole to be the best club it possibly can be. But yeah, there's a lot of meetings. I've probably been up to rugby 4 times in the last 2 months, so that's not a nice trip, to be honest. But yeah, it's good. Yeah, and you can see the inner workings of the sport, why certain decisions are made, which I don't think are always communicated particularly well to the public. But there's the board. We generally are trying to do everything in the interest of British Speedway, even though sometimes it might not appear that way. There are reasons for our decisions, and it's a lot to take on, and it's a lot of responsibility. But yeah, it's I wouldn't say I'm enjoying it, but I'm getting through it.
Final then, to just talk about the prospect of 2024. You and your dad have put a team together, which you've obviously got a lot of faith in. Just tell us your feelings before we meet them.
I've said a million times, I'm massively excited about this team. It's hard to get excited about a team on a 38-point limit. You're scratching your head, putting a team together at the end of the season. You're thinking, Jesus, is that really what we're going to be left with? It's not going to get the supporters in, but the way it worked out, I'm really happy with it. We've got an incredibly strong top 4, probably the strongest in the league, and we kept the Cook brothers and Richard, who are supporters' favourites, obviously, and introduced Tom as almost a replacer for Stevie. And Tom's got massive potential. He's a Speedway Nations winner. 2 young Brits at reserve. We're going to see them hopefully develop. They're both mega exciting, and they're going to certainly leave people on the edge of their seats. And then Tobias, he's literally the wild card. I think he turned a few heads when we signed him, and I think he's going to surprise some people. I genuinely do. I think he's a lot of a better rider than when he was over here at Birmingham. When he was first coming into the league, he perhaps wasn't given the environment to flourish, and I think he'll see that at Poole. So I'm really excited, and I think we're in for a good season. An exciting one, and fingers crossed we can be challenged for those trophies and winning them back.
Thank you very much, Dan. We're going to meet the team in a moment, but for now, please show your appreciation to Dan Poole. All right, well, it's time to meet the class of 24, the team that are going to carry the Pirates ship all the way through to September and October, and we're looking forward to seeing them. It starts, of course, on the Friday, just a couple of days to go before we'll see them in action, and let's bring them on. It was always known that the Pirates would need a 2-point rider at the tail end. Dan reckons we've got the best in the business. Maybe we have. Starting at number 7, please welcome to Poole, Max Perry. Who impressed us on his appearance at Wimborne Road in 2023. He's got plenty left in the tank as well. He's on a great average. He's the Pirates' new number 6, Sam Hagen. Well, the first of our returning Pirates, and the longest serving as well, as he enters his 4th year. He had a stellar 2023, and he'll wear the captain's armband in 2024. Welcome back, Ben Cook. Our number 4 established himself as a firm favourite last year. He comes back into the same slot this year. He's the other half of our super cooks, Zach Cook. Well, after securing the league title with Glasgow, a man who jumped ship to join the Pirates in 2024. He's one of Britain's brightest breed of new stars. Welcome, Tom Brennan. Last seen in the UK in 2019, the Pirates number 2 comes full of promise. He's saying he's going to be an action man from the start, and Danny described him there as a wild card. Please welcome to Poole, a man with bags of ambition, Tobias Thompson. And the man who secured the number 1 race jacket in 2023. He's back with the Pirates again. He'll don it again this year in 2024. It's his testimonial season as well. Welcome back, Richard Lawson. To occupy the final seat, the man with the knowledge and experience to lead these guys for another season of silverware. He's hungry after missing out after 2023. Welcome back, team manager Neil Middleditch. Show your appreciation for the 2024 Poole Wessex Marine Pirates.
Okay, thanks Nigel, and great welcome to our 2024 team. It's my privilege to introduce some of the riders to you, and we'll bring them up to have a chat. We're not going to go in the order that they've come out on here, we're going to mix it up a little bit. And the first rider that I'd like you to give a great big warm welcome to is Sam Hagen. Welcome Sam. Sam, just come and take a step there. Right. Face the front. And all you camera guys, take a look at those new Kevlars and get your snaps in straight away.
Go Sammy.
Well done. Thanks Sam. Back you come. Let's have a quick word with you. Sam, your name is synonymous with Speedway and grass track, and back in the annals, Alf was a rider here at Poole. We've seen you in 2023 and you impressed us on that day, and it must be fantastic to be able to wear that Skull and Crossbones Kevlar suit.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously the second visit wasn't so great for me, but the first one was good, and yeah, it's definitely good to represent Poole for this year and see what we can do for this year.
And did it come as a surprise when you got the offer to come and ride with the Pirates? Were there other offers in the pipeline maybe?
I definitely wanted to join Poole. I did get other offers, but it was definitely Poole I wanted to be at, and I knew that. Me and Matt actually spoke during the years a little bit as well, and it was definitely the place I wanted to come to.
It was Birmingham for you last year, and I think you did about 11 or 12 meetings for them to bed into championship racing. And was it a big step up when you went National League to Championship?
The first 3 meetings was. After that it wasn't too bad. It was just I lacked starts and I wasn't very good with them. They're a lot better now, not great, but they're certainly a lot better than what I started with, so that's definitely something I can look forward to this year and keep going forward with, and we can start winning.
Well, some of these boys have put their feet up in the winter and done very little. You, of course, have been on a jet plane to Australia and done some meetings out in Aussie. Tell us how you got on out there.
It was a few good meetings. I did struggle in a couple, but that's as expected. But no, it was good to go forward. It was definitely good. Obviously, I got injured a lot end of last year, so it was good to actually get back on the bike and stay riding all the time. And no, it was good to keep going and not having that break sort of thing, I think it benefited me more. More bike time definitely was a good thing.
And the weather, of course, has intervened a lot. Have you had a chance to get out on track anywhere this year so far?
Yeah, I was going to race in France. They got called off, but I did do 1 day of practice and 2 days of Bellevue. So I've rode a little bit, not overly loads. Hopefully we can get on the track today, which we should hopefully do, and we can keep going forward. And just, yeah, much time before Friday, so that's what we need.
And you set yourself any milestones for this year coming, or just take us as it comes and learn from the experience of the other guys?
Bit of both. I need to score consistently. I struggled with that last year, so hopefully I can score consistently and just keep going forward. And we'll see where we end up, but it's all a new experience, so I just take it as it comes and just move forward.
Well, all we can ask is to give them 100% every time. Out on the terraces, we'll be behind you. You do it on the track for us, Sam. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Pirates, Sam Hagen.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you to Sam as well. Next up, the first of our Aussie brothers, returning to the Pirates with an average of 6.22 this year. Please welcome back Zach Cook. Zach, talking to you earlier on, it's days like this that make you homesick, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know if you know what the colour blue is over here, but hasn't been ideal, but yeah, hopefully clears up a bit now and we can get the season underway.
We don't see much blue over here. We've even taken it off the suits this year. There's no such a signal for anything else. Big year for you last year, of course. You moved along. The career is moving along nicely. Is it going as expected? The trajectory that you would like?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, obviously last year was the first season in the top league, and yeah, I was happy with how that went and progressed a little bit in that. And yeah, this year starting off again for Birmingham, and yeah, just hoping for more consistency this year, and yeah, just continuing on.
Is it good to switch clubs? I mean, obviously it's nice to be settled in a place and you're very comfortable here, but moving around to a different club, is that something which a rider can learn from?
Yeah, well, I didn't have much choice with Wolves going under, but yeah, I haven't done it much, but no, it's fun. My feet are right, and yeah, I've done a few meetings at Birmingham, whatever, for guesting and riding for Poole, and yeah, I like the place, and yeah, it's all good so far.
You're going to be amongst friends up at Birmingham, because of course you've got Steve Worrell, who was a Pirate last year, got Tom Brennan, who's a Pirate this year, so there's plenty of people that you can bounce off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's always good when you're riding with people you know, and yeah, we'll all work together.
Now, we were speaking earlier on to yourself and Ben, and the winter for you, it's actually a bit of racing, but also a lot of hard work as well. You didn't get the whole time off.
No resting, but yeah, we just went back to work and done a bit of work, and then had the Australian title series, which was, yeah, busy 10 days that was, and yeah, then worked again. Before I knew it, I was back here.
Seems like you'd never been away.
Yeah, it was like that.
As far as Poland is concerned, you told me earlier on that you're not doing Poland this year. Is that something you're going to miss, or is that an opportunity to take things a little bit slower?
Oh, I didn't do it last year either. I was doing the under-24 league, but yeah, I'm getting on now. A bit off for that, but yeah, haven't had. You can't just turn up there. You need a team to ride for, but yeah, so yeah, nothing. Maybe something will come in the pipeline, but yeah, at the moment, nothing.
All right. Well, as far as you riding in the same team as your brother, obviously that's a very comfortable situation here. There are occasions now when you're going to be riding against each other in the Premiership. How does that work?
Same as always, you know, we've been racing against each other since we were 4 years old. Yeah, it's nothing new to us. In Australia, there's no team meetings, it's all individual stuff, so yeah, just treat them like anyone else.
And is there plenty of rivalry between you when you get back after the race?
No, maybe, yes. Depends who wins.
Does it feel sweeter when you beat him?
Yeah, of course.
Rob will be asking him the same question, I'm sure. Okay, right. Well, the third full season at Poole, and obviously you're very settled. Must breed confidence when you get back on a track, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously living down here with Midlo and Susie, it's 10 minutes away, so there's nowhere else I'd rather be. But yeah, I love it here, and as you said, it's a track I know, and it's good starting the season off on a track that you know and have done a few years at, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
You keep piling on the points, and we'll promise to deliver you some sunshine sometime this summer. They call this, you might not believe it, but they call this the UK Riviera. It doesn't feel like it today, but there is, for those of you on the stream, you'll be glad to know there is a bit of blue sky out there, and we hopefully will see some of these guys out on track a little bit later on. For the moment, thanks to Zach Cook.
Okay, me again, and I had the privilege of asking Sam to come up to do the first interview. I'm going to do an interview now with one of our other new boys, and I'm sure you're going to give a great big full welcome to Tom Brennan. Tom joins third heat leader, 7.33 after or before the deductions in the averages, and I think the last time we saw you here, Tom, we were over at the grandstand and you were picking up a silver pot with the Glasgow Tigers. Can you believe that the next time you come to the stadium, you're dressed in the Kevlar suit of the Poole Pirates?
Yeah, don't. That seems what I'm sort of reminded of right now at the minute. But no, last year was last year. This is obviously a new option and kind of like a new start for me. And yeah, hopefully we can turn it back around this year.
Did you have any inclination when you were over there collecting your trophy that it would be bye-bye Glasgow?
Well, if I'm honest, it was actually sort of bye-bye to the league really for me. It was sort of like a stepping stone that I sort of wanted to make. And then we sort of had the options sort of come around, and we were looking at where I could improve the most and sort of where we were pushing me the most. And Poole wants to win. It's a club that obviously I seem to be struggling at when I come here notoriously during the year. I sort of struggle with the consistency. So this is a place that can push me, and it's a place that can hopefully push my career forward. So we actually decided to kind of make the jump and actually stay in the league, and really happy to be here.
Did you approach anybody else other than the Pirates to see if there'd be a ride?
Every club, but unfortunately it'll turn me down, so... No, I'm joking, no. Poole's, no, only...
Foolish people. I'll come back and bite them in the bum, won't you?
I'm joking, no, only here for me.
And Tom, you're going to be a busy boy this year because 2 leagues in the UK, Kumla in Sweden and Gdansk in Poland. Are you going to be in their full squads or just as a squad member over there?
I hope so. I hope we're definitely more than a squad member. Poland seems to be pretty secure for now, but you know, Poland's Poland. You can kind of be secure for 1 minute, and then obviously the next minute you're not. But for me, I hope I can still be in the team every week, which seems pretty good. Sweden's another whole challenge. Sweden's like a bit of a mixture of both, you know. So that's also a new challenge for me. I hope I can be there every week. That'll only improve things. And then yeah, I mean, I'm a very fortunate to have the kind of the team that I have around me, and the people that have helped me, and the kind of sponsors that I have, and people that keep me on the track, because without them things would be absolutely hectic. So
yeah, I was going to mention Carl Cummings is your mechanic, and he's been with you for a long time now, and your partner Kristen is keeping all the social media people up to date with everything that's going on in Tom's world. So there's a big backup team behind you, and racing 4 clubs, you must have an awful lot of equipment spread around the globe. Yeah,
exactly. There's obviously a lot more that goes on behind the scenes, and bless her, Kristen. She's probably hiding somewhere over there in the corner. But she's done a lot for me, same as Kyle. Kyle's been there from the start, so it's obviously really good to have that relationship, and really happy to be able to continue that. And yeah, wouldn't want any other way.
Now you're one of the lucky lads who's had a few meetings in the UK so far this year. Tell us how you've fared in those meetings.
Yeah, good. It's been a pretty wet start to the year, but no, it's been fun. It's been, as I said, kind of like a new era for me. It seems like obviously a new era for Birmingham also. So for me to be a part of that, and everyone there wants to win too, and obviously same as here. So for me, I couldn't be happy right now.
Want a curveball question? Who's your sporting idol?
Wait, hold on.
I think it's a basketball player.
Yeah, Michael Jordan.
Okay. We'll explain that Tom did an interview for British Speedway, and it was a 60-second interview, of which 59 seconds were who is your sporting idol, and we just about got there in the end. So he's remembered. As long as he remembers the fastest way around Wimborne Road, we'll be happy. Ladies and gentlemen, new man, Tom Brennan.
Thank you both very much indeed. On down the line, and one of the surprise packages of 2024, I think you'll probably agree, Not many people saw this one coming, but he's here and he's coming with plenty of ambition. Please welcome Tobias Thompson. I'm going to switch sides because the photographers are on that side, so no, the other way. Yeah. They don't want me, they want you. Tobias, you've made a move which some people are doing the opposite. Some riders don't take well to coming to the UK. It's a big investment, I know, but tell us a little bit more about why you want to be here.
Oh, it's the atmosphere, the tracks and everything. I think that suits me pretty good. I like a bit of dirt and challenging tracks. I like that. I don't like, for instance, like Poland. I think it's big and wide. I don't like that. I like a bit more technical tracks, and then the UK suits me pretty good, I think.
I think it will. As far as your previous club, Birmingham, was concerned, you were here in 2019. A very, very different landscape to what we have now. The league is obviously very different, and you've got high hopes that you're going to hit the ground running.
Yeah, that's the plan. No other ways to do it. I think we need to get our ass moving. That's the plan. Yeah.
I like the terminology. I'll go along with that. At home in Denmark, obviously, you've been riding hard and you've been developing. You rode in Sweden as well, I believe. So plenty of experience out on the track. And how's the career developed there as you would want?
Yeah, I think so. Also, when you're turning a bit older and getting a bit wiser with the bikes and the setup and everything, and you know what you want now. So compared to last time I was here, I made a few mistakes. You know, I thought, yeah, fuck, we're gonna go England, then we're gonna change everything to make the bikes go good in England. That's the first mistake I made back then. Now I'm a bit more wise. I'm not that I'm a clever guy, but I'm gonna do this the right way now.
I like that. Do you know what? Apart from the language, doesn't he sound just like?
Do it in Danish, no
Doesn't he sound just like Bjarne? You close your eyes, it's the accent, I think. But my apologies. Bjarne spoke to somebody that you probably chat with.
Yeah, I called Bjarne when I got the call from Matt. I just needed to know which this guy was. Is he talked shit or what? Because he promised me a lot of things. So I just called Bjarne and he said, "Poole Pirates, go for it." So I did.
You know, Bjarne was joking when he said that. So in terms of the track, you're one of the riders that definitely wants to get out on track this afternoon. You're hoping for a skid. Tell us what you want out of today.
I just want to feel the track out. That's the main thing for me, to know where to put the bike. I know it's a bit greasy, but just to get the lines in, I think it would be good for me.
And previously, we've mentioned Bjarne, of course, Danish riders that have come in unexpectedly. One Hans Andersen, for instance, Bjarne. Ben Basso came here and progressed, so perhaps you can follow in their footsteps.
Yeah, I'm just going to progress. Yeah, that's the plan. Not that I want to compare to them. I'm doing my own game and see what we have. Yeah.
I think we're looking forward to seeing it. I know it's in your heart. Poole Pirates very much emblazoned. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Tobias Thompson.
Okay, well, I hope our friends on Speedway Portal have got their bleeping machine at the ready. You won't need it for the next rider, because I want you to give a warm welcome to a 16-year-old young man who's going to be making his debut for the Pirates. He's 17 next month. He's got a lot of responsibility on his shoulders, but I'm sure he's going to show us how capable he is. Ladies and gentlemen, will you welcome, please, Max Perry. Welcome, Max. It's great to see you here at Poole and riding as a Poole Pirate. And first thing to say is, how are you? You had a very big accident at the end of last year. You look to be fully recovered, but just confirm for us that everything is A-OK.
Yeah, I'm very good. I'm very fit now. I've been taking a lot of physio sessions, and yeah, I feel fit and ready to go.
And last year it was National League racing for you, so a big step up to come to championship level. Have you done any special preparation over the course of the winter so that you can make that step up?
Yeah, we've changed a few things on the bike, got some new clutches, and to help me get out of the start, 'cause I'm not very good on starts, but hopefully all these meetings coming up can help me out with that.
Yeah, I don't think you're too bad out of the start. I seem to remember us watching something on the TV where is it Josh Pickering was in your wake. That was a good meeting up there at the Pairs at Oxford last year for you. So tell us a little bit about your history, Max. How long you've been riding motorcycles and what have you been doing in that area?
Well, I started riding at 3 years old and then racing at 6. I did quite a lot of grass track up until 12 years old, and then I sort of switched to Speedway and focused more on that.
And that was with Neil Middleditch in the youth system. That must have been beneficial to you in your development.
Oh yeah, definitely. He's been doing very helpful for me and riding all the different tracks and getting all the meetings for me, and yeah, it's been very good.
So you've been able to go over to France and have a couple of practice days out there. How did that go?
Oh yeah, that was very good, yeah. First time back on a bike, felt like I was never away, so yeah, it was really good to get back on. Shame the meeting was cancelled, but it was a very good day, 2 practice days.
Yeah, different tracks out there, different surfaces and bigger ones. Have you got a role model in the sport, to Max, somebody that you look up to or you'd like to aspire to?
Probably Bartosz Smarzek, really. Like how he rides, very aggressive, and yes, he's a very good rider.
He absolutely is. Ladies and gentlemen, he's going to come into the Pirates team and we're going to wish him all the very best for 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, the young Max Perry.
Right, we move down to the rider who will be leading the team out in 2024, not as captain, but he will be leading the team out as number 1. He led the scoring in 2024. Dan stated in the press that he would rather have him than anybody when the chips are down in Heat 15. Give it up for Richard Lawson! Richard, nicknames come to mind. Rocket Man, which is what we played when you walked in, that seems to have developed this year. I think Midlow calls you the Law Man, and there's some people, and I think it's to do with the haircut, call you the Son of God. And there's been times at Poole when I think we've probably said the same. But how about you? Where do these all come from?
Well, there's a lot worse as well.
We don't know what they call you in the changing rooms.
You know what? You know, whatever sticks, I guess. I'm open to it. It's quite cool. The Rocket Man stuck around here, so I'm happy with that.
Happy with Rocket Man. We'll keep with that one then. Now, I know that you also you do a job during the winter months. Are you a rider that likes the winter to reset, or are you one that's itching to get restarted?
I don't like the winter. It's too cold, too wet, too dark. I like to be on my bike, so no, I just keep going for me.
And last year you established number 1. You took the race jacket away from Steve Worrell. So Heat 1, is that a good position for you?
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I like wearing the number 1. I like Heat 1. I like how the gates are in the programme, the insides at a certain point and the outsides. I like that. So yeah, happy with that and try and keep hold of it.
It's always a tough one, of course. You meet the other number 1s along with your number 2 this year. You've got a reputation for catching the bonus points. You love those bonus points. Does that make you a good team rider?
Well, without a doubt, surely. Yeah, you know, you gotta. You know, I've been around a while, and you know, keeping that average down to a certain figure is always helpful for me for guest bookings. At the end of the day, that's how I earn a living is racing. So. Yeah, I've got to think of that, but at the same time, you know, I'm never going to jeopardise an actual race position. You know, I can do it on certain occasions, and also it's you know, I remember a few years back at Lakeside, I can't remember, it was one of the youngsters, and he used to really get his confidence going when he actually won the race, and you know, little things like that. You know, it doesn't matter to me seeing 2 + 1 or 3. It's all the same for me.
Absolutely, and team riding is a bit of a lost art in some respects, but we have seen it, and we know the riders that are good at it is something that we all love to see when 2 guys are on track and they're almost talking to each other.
Yeah, it's good. I always try and do it, no matter who I'm out with. But you know, when you have got a good pairing, it's and you can trust your partner. It's really cool, and you know, you can have a little chat before the race. You know, I'm gonna be here, and you know he is, and you can come out of turn 2 and you know there's going to be a gap and you can just head for it. So hopefully we can carry that on.
Now, when you joined Poole, it was something of a controversy in 2022 because, again, a bit like Tom, really, you made a phone call and all of a sudden plans changed and you appeared in the side. Is that a phone call now that you look back on and think that was one of the best phone calls you made? And did you expect at that time that you'd be here for the next 3 years?
Yeah, well, I didn't expect it to be 3 years, and God, I was an idiot to not even be in a part of the team that straight away. I can't actually believe I even got in talks with Plymouth.
We're live streaming.
Yeah, Mark Phillips, if you're watching, block my phone number. That was one lucky escape. He come full of promises and the pound signs kind of distracted me, but yeah, there's not enough money in the world to get me back there.
Well, you had a couple of bad experiences, it has to be said. So coming to a setup like Poole, there's clearly a difference for some riders, and riders often say to us, Poole is the only place they want to be, and they're very settled here, and clearly that's the case for you.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I've been through some clubs, if unfortunate circumstances with Lakeside and Eastbourne, and when I was in them, they ended up going bankrupt, so that had nothing to do with me. Amazing. And, even just the way it's run, Poole, as soon as you get here as a rider, there's a lot of things that the fans don't see behind the scenes, and it's just so professionally run. And like I said, from them bad experiences, I appreciate it so much more. So, I'll go above and beyond to try and stay here for as long as I can.
Well, I think we see it in your riding and your commitment out on track. We can see that week on week. As an asset for a rider, does that breed a bit of confidence and a bit of a good feeling now that you know that you're an asset of the club?
Yeah, and again, from being a professional club and the reputation of Danny and Matt, everyone, they're well respected in this industry, and to be a part of that as an asset, wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
As far as 2024 is concerned, you have started racing. You've had a couple of meetings under your belt. Happy with how that's gone?
Yeah, it's good. We had our first proper match on Thursday at Leicester, so got 11 points there. So it was a decent start.
Good start, and everything working well. New equipment this year, or are you sort of combination of what you've been using and some new?
Yeah, just a combination of both. We got the engines all fully prepped, courtesy of David at Wessex Marine. He hooked me up with some fresh motors, so good to go.
And as far as being number one is concerned, I know last year there was plenty of rivalry, perhaps. I mean, you had Ben and Steve Worrell there, who were all capable of taking that number one race jacket. This year you've got Tom, Ben again. More rivalry in the changing rooms?
Yeah, friendly rivalry is always good. I think we can push one another in the team, and that's always good. And also, it's kind of less pressure because you've got good backup. And it's kind of makes Middleditch's job a bit harder. Who's picked for 8:15, and it's not a bad position to be in.
Absolutely, we like the luxury of having a spoiled for choice for Heat 15. Big year for you, testimonial year, and in fact you held it over because it was due to be a testimonial year for you last year. So on September the 1st, we'll be looking forward to seeing you staging a testimonial. Any plans at this stage?
Yeah, it's still early, but there is small plans in the works. But as the season progresses, there's a lot more work to do. Speaking to a couple of riders at the moment, but nothing to really announce at the minute. But very excited for that, and hopefully as many of you guys can come down as possible. That'd be great.
Hopefully everyone's got it in their calendar, and we'll look forward to hearing more about that in the remainder of the year. But for now, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a great job for us at number one. We look forward to much of the same in 2024. Richard Lawson.
Okay, and that leaves us with just one more rider to introduce to you. And for 2024, he has the honour of captaining the Poole Wessex Marine Pirates. He's your favourite pocket rocket. Ladies and gentlemen, Ben Cook. Hi Ben, and welcome back. You must be delighted to be back on home soil.
Yeah, it's good to be back. Unfortunately, the weather's not playing part at the minute, but I'm sure it'll get better. But yeah, it's good to be back.
Just looking back on 2023, whilst it wasn't totally successfully a good year for the Pirates team-wise, personally, I think you'll agree that you've made progress and taken steps forward. How do you reflect on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was a pretty successful year for us. We won the league during the season, and then obviously won the BSN and fell short in the other two. But yeah, it was a good season for myself. Just keep progressing and hopefully do the same again and go 2 sets better this year and win it all.
Yeah, that'd be ideal if that was the case. Now, of course, you went home to Australia in the winter, and we've heard that the Aussie Championships took place out there. 5 meetings in 10 days, something like that. And how do you prep for that? And how do you actually look back on it? 6th place overall is a fantastic achievement for a lot of racing in a very short space of time.
Yeah, you nailed it. It's pretty hectic. A lot of driving over a short amount of time. So yeah, it was good. Obviously, the year before I only lasted in 1 round and had the crash, and this year was good. Got some good bike time and had a few good results, which was good. And yeah, it was a really solid field this year, and yeah, mixed it with them, which is good.
And like Zach, were you working part of the time whilst you're home?
Yeah, 5 days a week. I wish it was. Wish I didn't have to, but unfortunately, yeah, we're not there yet, and keep progressing. But obviously, it's good having that behind me. Go home and do a bit of electrical for the winter or summer, and yeah, we're back.
And you're back to captain the Pirates, and that's one almighty honour.
Yeah, for sure. It was a cool thing to get asked to do that, and yeah, it's a new adventure, new role for me, and we've had people like Kingy and obviously Stevie last year, so learnt lots from those boys, and yeah, hopefully we can have a successful year.
Got any plans up your sleeve as to how you're going to motivate the crew?
They're up the sleeve, mate. They're up the sleeve.
Well, we'll keep them on this side of the pits and don't let them stray over. You've started off as well this year, Ben. You've had individual meetings up at Redcar, had another one at Bellevue, and then we won't talk about it since last week because that was a bit of a blooper. But into your stride, and how do you feel it going?
Yeah, the first 2 meetings were really good. Was pretty cool to make the final in the Peter Craven. 6-man riders going in the first corner is pretty hectic, but no, it was good. Obviously, tough field there again, and like you said, we won't really talk about Ipswich, but that's Ipswich, and it's a tough old joint. Things weren't working all that well for me there, but yeah, it's we get to go again Friday hopefully and get things back on track.
Yeah, sadly the demise of Peterborough last year saw your premiership slot to disappear, but Bellevue came in, offered you the opportunity to go to the National Speedway Stadium, and that's an opportunity you can't turn down.
No, for sure. It's such a cool place, and yeah, unfortunately with Peterborough going and losing their place, it sucked, and it was a place I really enjoyed going to each week, and yeah, when the opportunity came with Bellevue, I couldn't pass that one up. It's yeah, it's a track that everyone likes to ride at, so yeah, it's a good home track.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're delighted to have him back in the Pirates crew, and particularly as the captain for 2024. Say well done to Ben Cook.
Thanks again both, and I'll just share one little snippet with you before we move on to the team manager. Earlier on, when the guys all arrived and they started putting their bikes in the pit bays, I likened it to being like when you move into a new house and the teenagers squabble over the pit bays, well, they squabble over the rooms, and these guys were also, which one's mine? And of course Lawson gets the big one at the end. He gets the front room. All right, keeping these guys on track is no easy task. A man that's done that since I can remember, of course, and there's more trophies to show for it than anyone I can think of. He's still hungry for more, though. He never loses the hunger. Please welcome back Neil Middleditch. Well, success, unfortunately, it means splitting up the boys, doesn't it? And for you, every year, you have to say bye-bye to a few and welcome a few new faces. Must be tough.
Yeah, it is. We all know that Speedway's a numbers game, and you know what you have to do at the start of the season is assemble a team that's going to be good. And as you say, we had to lose some riders, but what I see here, I like.
And of course, they come back, and the relationships in Speedway, they never really sever, and you never know when you might see these guys again.
No, that's right. I think that's the good thing about Speedway. You know, you're racing against each other, and they all remain friends. Like I say, with Stevie and the boys, they'll all be friends. They'll always be friends, and that's the nice thing about this sport.
When you get a new batch of riders, and I know that you've said before, the key part of the job is understanding and getting inside their heads, knowing when to speak to them, when not to. You've got to learn a new team in a way as a team manager, and to know how best to manage each one.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, excuse me, tactically, there's not a great deal I can do. I can do what I can do with the reserves, but I think I've said it before. It's people management. It's about, as you said, knowing what to say to the boys. They know when they've had a bad ride. They don't need me to go and tell them. My job is to pick them up when they've had a bad ride and encourage them, and then not let them get down. Because once the head drops, it's a job. But you know, hopefully, I say the right things at the right time. And if it's not me, I'll maybe get Richard or Ben or one of the more experienced riders to talk to the youngsters and help them along.
Now, we said at the top that you've got more trophies than I can count. You can tell me exactly how many, of course. It's more than I've got fingers, I know. But 23, more than fingers and more than toes. It still means as much, though, doesn't it? And last year it was a bit bitter pill to swallow that you didn't get all three. And now, game on.
Yeah, I mean, I hate losing. I mean, you know, everybody loves to beat Poole, don't they? And as much as we hate to lose, and I think last season, you know, we're saying it's a disappointing season for us, but, you know, as Ben said, you know, we made a final, every final, topped the league, and we just didn't get it across the line. So we've just got to put amends this season and put that behind us and move on.
Absolutely. And once again, this year you'll be working with Hague. That's a partnership that's worked well.
Yeah, it's good. It's worked well, really. For Have's, it's a bit far for me. I get nosebleed above Birmingham, so it works well for Have. I mean, he'll probably be doing more meetings than me this year, to be fair, now that everybody's up there. But on there, if Have wants me to go up there, I'll happily do it now, because obviously we all know why I didn't do the Northern Tours. But yeah, I'm always there for Have. We've got a group chat, and we chat about things. And but he has his way of managing, I have my way, and I think the boys understand that Have's probably more knowledgeable than me with bike setups. He's more on par with that, but I think we both do a pretty good job.
Well, you manage it in different ways, but you end up with the same result. And most importantly, the guys respect both of you for what you contribute. An exciting team then, and Dan's saying how much excitement he has about the new look for 2024. Again, you've got to get to know them, but again, you must be very excited. A couple of new guys, youngsters, always good.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I'm looking forward to working with Sam and Max, seeing them progress. Tobias, nice to have a Dane back in the side. And Tom, I've watched Tom progress over the years, and he's become a really class rider, so looking forward to working with him. And got to say, the track, I don't know if people have noticed, they've done a lot of work on the track. It's banked a bit more, and so I think we're maybe going to see some different racing lines this year, which will be great.
Absolutely. And finally, the partnership that you have with Poole, and in particular with Matt, is a legend. You go way back, and it was always said that if Matt disappeared, then you'd go too. I'm glad to say that Matt might be a bit further away, but you're still here. And how is that? I mean, keeping in touch from afar, I know that you're still very much hand in glove with Matt, and of course with Dan too.
Yeah, man, Matt and I have been great friends from day one, and as I said, I would leave when Matt left, but obviously got a mini Matt in Dan, so I'm quite happy to work alongside Dan there. But yeah, Matt and I are still in contact. He's coming over on Friday, just for one night, hopefully, to get to see the racing. But yeah, we've remained great friends, and we still talk quite often.
All right, well, we'll look forward to 2024. I know that you've got the ambition to be lifting trophies again, and we very much hope that you'll be doing that, and we'll be watching. We will certainly be doing that. Neil Middleditch. All right, well, thank you again for joining us for this portion of the press day. Yeah, Rob has just prompted me, thank you for Rob, to remind me that we do invite you, if you would like to ask any questions, to do so, and now's an opportunity to do that. We posted something online, but actually there wasn't any takers, nobody wanted to go in print. But bearing in mind that we are live streaming, anybody got any questions? You're probably sat at home thinking, ask that, ask this. But no, we've done a good job then, Rob. I always think we've done a good job if there's nobody else asked something that we forgot to ask. So I think the guys might just stay here for a few moments to allow you if you want to take a few photographs or whatever. But we are going to go straight from this to the track shortly. And those riders that want to have a few laps will get the opportunity to have a ride. If you're following the live stream, we'll open up a camera view of the track once we get the boys on track, but you can stay with us for the time being. We'll be seeing some graphics until we get moving on the track itself, but we won't be far away. We've done our photo sessions, we've done our press interviews, so the track action comes up next. And in the meantime, if you want a photograph or an autograph or a quick word, take your opportunity now while the riders are here. But thank you very much, thank you for joining us online, and look forward to 2024 and the Poole 2024 Pirates!
Next clears, please, everybody! Here we go! Look in here! Come on! Come on, chaps, out we go! Hello, mate, you alright?
Get your call, Mr. Morris. Sorry, mate. But you rang off before I can answer it.
Turn the colour of his shirt. Green. do much for me.
have to run and look down at the white box. Track was okay. Yeah. Grippy grip. What? The rider or like a race tracker. I'll show you what it is. Oh, thank you. Thank you. All good, Tom?
That was all right. Yeah. You took it around. That's it. I've got about a breath. It's too fat.
I told him, Tom, take it easy.
Oh. What, you want, 250, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Go out and go do 3 laps without doing a start and just go really... Whatever they say, you know, whether you like it or not.
Right, I see you've got more down there. Come on.
Yeah, I'm looking for it.
There's good resistor around.
Is it alright? Did you knock the oiler off?
No, I just turned it off.
I'll be like leaving, so yeah, it snapped on it.
I know, but if you get there on a race, that's a great thing. This corner works that long. Oh, no.
Full blown, mate.
Hey.
Yeah.